Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 155 mle.51, the Tier 8 French SPG, and we're on the north spawn of Ensk. Now it's being commanded by, and it's a long name, so iChiburitchiburakyat. I hope I've got that right, but we'll just call him Itchy from now on because that's too much of a mouthful to say every time. Okay, battle is underway. And he's going further east on this map. He's going up to the corner. The Lorraines are quite fast. Both the 155-50 and the 155-51 are very quick to move about, which is one of their best assets because it means they can charge about and move to a different part of the battlefield. But the only drawback is that their howitzer, the 155mm howitzer, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But he's... Oh, we lit that M53, M55 up, and he's wiped him out with his first shot. Gets the first kill of the game. That was pretty devastating. Somebody spotted that M53, and he gave him the opportunity to do a quick counter battery. And the enemy team doesn't have any Arty now. Now, let's see if he can be a force multiplier. On the back chat, 12 ton. Yes, he gets 294 hit points and 2 critical hits. Most of Itchy's team, though, seems to be milling around in his corner or his half of the map. They're not moving ahead, but they're gradually doing so now. He's indicating that he's going to go for that bush. Use this T-Cree to mark the ground. But there's the back chat. Rounds out. Direct hit again, 359 and 4 critical hits. Now this replay is from October of 2017. There was a slight delay because of the changeovers of the client. In fact, there was a lot of changes to the client during that period. So unfortunately it got put to one side until we could get time to move back to the client. And we can see a Scorpion over the other side of the map. And he's trying to shoot up that road on the one line. And I can see somebody just fired at the Scorpion. I think that's the E75, or did he actually fire at one of the tanks further up north? Didn't get a hit there, but he's going to go... Oh, no, he doesn't need to, because both those tanks have been wiped out. But he can see a T-32. Now, what he's actually going to do now... He's going to move further down the battlefield. The only problem is that AMX CDA has just been seen, the Canon d'Assault, and that's a dangerous tank destroyer, so he needs to get rid of that first. And he's lined up and rounds out, and he gets a hit. 197 hit points, and he's been killed, so he picked up the stun assist off that one. Now he's going to move further down the battlefield, and that gives him more options to fire into the city, because it's much easier to fire horizontally across the battlefield than it is longitudinally when you're firing into the city, because those buildings get in the way otherwise, you see. Now at the moment he's having a quick look at those buildings to the south, but now he's going to fire at the E100 and the Wizzy 111-5A. They've totally exposed themselves because they're sitting in that street. Rounds out. Well, he splashes the 111, but they both must know now that he's there, because he's stunned the 111, but he's going to move a little further south and then turn so he can get a better angle on them. That's it. That's enough. Now he's got a perfect angle now. He can hit both of them, even if they try to move behind that building for cover. He's going to go for the 111 again, I think. Lining him up for a shot. Rounds out. It went long. I don't think it was fully dialed in when he fired. Oh, that was an explosive Amarak. Yep, it blew that Wizzy 111 to pieces. Good shot by the Death Star. Now, he's lining that E100 up for a hit. 155 right into the side. He's fully dialed in. All he needs now is the load. That's it. Rounds out. Direct hit. 272. 15 seconds of stun. And that's going to give the Death Star and everyone else a chance to plug that E100 full of holes. I think he's used his first aid kit, so he's not going to be able to cure the stun. And yeah, he got a fire and he went down. So Itchy picked up a huge load of stun assist there. 2,813. He's now up to 2,868 of stun assists, and he gets a hit there on the Waffenträger, who subsequently is taken out. So he's picked up a massive number, a 712 stun assist off that one. And so he's up to 3,500 of stun assists so far, and that's the end of the battle. My God, that went quickly. And all because he repositioned to allow his team to get rid of that Wizzy 111 and the E100. Now, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was an ace tanker for iChiburitchiburakyat. Sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly. In the Lorraine 155 mle.51. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, screw incapacitations or module damage. He got 10 in that one. And he got a Confederate. He hit more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. At least 6 tanks that were subsequently destroyed by other members of his team. And you can see them listed there. He only got 1 kill, the enemy Arty, right at the start of the battle. But 6 tanks were then subsequently hit and damaged by him as a result, and that gave him the Confederate medal because nobody else hit as many as he did. Now, if we look at the team score, we can see that he didn't do the highest amount of damage. He actually came 5th on damage with 1,679 hit points. He came joint 2nd when it came to kills with only 1. But when it came to base XP, he was right at the top of the table, 1,214 hit points. Hit points, I should say, experience points, I should say. And I think the reason that he did that was because he was a tier 8 Arty, and he was hitting a lot of higher tier targets, a lot of tier 10 targets, and that earned him a lot more XP. Now, he fired 9 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 5 penetrations, and 4 splash. Did damage of 1,679 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 7 of the enemy, but only killed 1. But he did do 3,580 hit points of stun assistance off 8 stuns. So every shot he fired was really earning him a huge amount of assistance on his teammates. And that's why I say that he had an instrumental part in that battle, not only by shutting down the enemy Arty, but in actual stunning the enemy so much that there was no way they could fight back against his teammates. He received 37,274 credits, and after his ammunition resupply, and the shells are relatively cheap, and consumables, he was left with 7,194 credits. He received 1,214 base XP, but it was ×3 to the first victory of the day, so he actually ended up with 3,642. But it was a very good mission. He says, my precious mission, but it was a very good mission because he did have an instrumental effect upon that battle. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in the next video.